In this video, I'm going to show you 12 simple tricks to cut more than 90% of electricity consumption caused by your refrigerator at home. In the next few minutes, I will help you to maximize your saving by cutting down the energy bill, focusing on your refrigerator, which is one of the biggest single electricity consumers in your household. This video is presented to you by The German Engineer, your channel for money, savings, efficiency and growth. If you find this information useful, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel to make sure you are not missing out on any update. Before we go into the 12 saving tricks, let me briefly introduce to you the general function of a fridge. The key element is a liquid chemical, the so-called coolant. This coolant is moving through a closed piping system inside and outside the fridge. By creating pressure through a compressor, a chemical reaction takes place which brings down the temperature of the coolant. Also, the pressure guides it through the closed piping system. It flows into the fridge and warm energy of the food items is absorbed into it. This absorbing process increases the temperature of the coolant again and transports it to the outside. There it will flow through a condenser back into the compressor and the cycle starts again. The 12 saving tricks will be clustered into 3 different groups, which at the end of this video show different saving potentials for your consideration. First group is maintenance. All items in here have to be considered only once a year or less. Second is settings. These are usually done 2 to 3 times a year. Third and last group is habits. This is dealing with your daily routine and the way how you organize your refrigerator. Here are the 12 tricks. Number 1. New refrigerator. 20 years ago, the electricity consumption for a refrigerator was 3 times as high as today. The reason is continuous modernization in energy-efficient designs. In addition, the older your refrigerator becomes, the more efficiency is lost. This is caused by aging compressors and piping, leaking seals, and degrading insulation of the foam in the walls of your device. In a nutshell, if your refrigerator is older than 10 years, it is worth having a look at the energy consumption and consider replacing with a newer model. If it is older than 20 years, then your savings will be very significant when purchasing a new device. 2. Sealing. To keep the warm air out, the refrigerator has a rubber sealing installed around the door. To check if the sealing is still functional, take a sheet of paper, hold it between the frame and the door, and close the door with the paper stuck in between. Then try to pull it out while the door is closed. The harder it is to be pulled out, the better your sealing is working. If you can pull it out easily, it is time to replace the seal with a new one. 3. Ice buildup. This happens when warm or humid air streams into the fridge, usually during summertime. While your device will have to work harder to provide consistent cooling, it will increase your energy bill consequently. Therefore, use a scraper or a screwdriver to remove the ice. Be careful not to damage the inner plastic wall. The better way to remove ice is to switch off the power until the ice melts. Make sure you are not forgetting to store food items in another cool place during this time. 4. Cleaning condenser coils. These are installed on the backside of the refrigerator. Over time, they accumulate dust and dirt, which increases the energy consumption. This can be cleaned easily with a hand brush. In case you don't have any technical knowledge, pull the plug beforehand to be on the safe side. 5. Pull the plug. In order to maximize your savings, consider pulling the plug during long periods outside your home. For this to work, there is some planning required, so you won't have any food stuck in there without cooling. This recommendation, therefore, fits best during long holidays. 6. Location. The hotter the temperature in the room where your refrigerator is located, the more energy it needs to cool your food items. Therefore, make sure you keep it away from direct sun exposure and don't place oven or a microwave on or directly next to it. Also, make sure it is not squeezed with the back to the wall, so it has room for air circulation. 7. Temperature. As just mentioned, the outside temperature determines the energy consumption. But there is another important aspect, which is the inside temperature. According to the US Food and Drug Administration, the ideal temperature in a refrigerator should be set at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. This temperature can be set on a control board, which most refrigerators have. If your device does not show the temperature on this control board, put a thermometer in and adjust every 1 to 2 hours a small step until you reach the target temperature. The general rule here is, the lower you set the temperature, the higher your energy bill. 8. Power saving mode. If your model has a power saving mode, activate it. This mode measures the temperature continuously. When the temperature is above a certain threshold, the compressor starts running and the refrigerator is cooling the inside. When the temperature then reaches below another threshold, the compressor switches off again. With this mode, a continuous running compressor is avoided and therefore energy is saved. 9. Utilize volume. How does your inside of the refrigerator look? More like this? Or are you closer to this example? The device will work most efficient when the room inside is filled up to 75% with goods. If your filling level is significantly above or below, your energy consumption will go up. If your fridge is half full and you don't have sufficient groceries, adding a few bottles of water or other items will do the trick and reduce your energy. 10. Move frozen food. If you plan to cook a delicious dish with frozen ingredients, take the items out of the freezer the night before and put them in the refrigerator. The frozen goods help to cool the inside and therefore the compressor has less work. Consequently, the energy consumption is reduced. 11. Keep door closed. Every time you open the door, warm air is flowing into the refrigerator and additional work for cooling is draining energy. Therefore, it is helpful if you keep the opening times as short as possible. This can be achieved, for example, by organizing your food in a certain way so you always know where to find what. Do you have different ideas how to organize and minimize your time for open doors? Leave a comment below and share your experience as well. 12 and last, cold items only. This means when storing your delicious cooked food for the next day, make sure you wait until it reaches room temperature before putting into the refrigerator. Warm items are increasing the work of the compressor and consequently more energy is consumed. Now, let's see how much each of the 12 tricks are contributing to the savings. We will add them to the respective groups introduced earlier. First, with moderate saving potential is maintenance. Sealing, ice buildup, clean condenser coils, and pull the plug belong to this group. The next one is settings. To this group belong location, temperature, and power saving mode. It has higher saving potential than maintenance, and the items are also easy to execute. The highest saving can be achieved by your own habits. Utilize volume, move frozen food, keep door closed, and cold items only belong to this group. It is the one with least effort, and it takes only a small change in daily behavior to cut the energy bill significantly. There is one more item which does not fit in any group, but has by far the highest saving potential. Do you remember which one of the 12 we did not assign to the groups? It is the new refrigerator. The older your device, the higher the savings that can be achieved. Now, adding all of the 12 items together, there is electricity saving caused by your refrigerator of more than 90% when executed diligently. Let's quickly recap the 3 key learnings. First, the function of a refrigerator has been introduced and 3 saving groups were identified. Second, 12 tricks to save electricity caused by your refrigerator have been shown. And last, the 12 tricks have been assigned to the 3 saving groups, accumulating to over 90% of savings potential. If you find the video useful, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you will not miss out on any updates. This video was presented to you by The German Engineer, your channel for money, saving, efficiency and growth. Are you curious how to cut your energy bill further? Check out my other videos on this channel to help to maximize your savings.